All right, so my headset cut out and I kind of have to recap. So one of the things was I ran into yesterday was when I'm trying to read multiple questions, we had an issue. Let's see if it's this one where um, if I try to set the bet and find out what the question is, enter the bet 50, then it just kind of hangs. It seems to says please enter bet, and then it tries to it tries to redo the thing again, which is not exactly what we want. This is a problem with the recursion. I don't really understand it. I had borrowed some code, so today I'm going to try to understand more about what's happening with this and look at some other examples. So here we have something with an async um, that we're going to be trying to ask some questions. And so I think this person was trying to do something like that. The question, wrap reline similarly. So let's grab this and figure out what it's doing. So I'm going to head back over here. This is the async read line. Okay, so ask questions function, ask question, back, look, ask question. Okay, so let's just call it. Okay. So we want to say ask questions. Okay. A great question. How do you do? How do you do? I am fine. So here's the kind of that thing. So it should have logged the answer, right? The question, answer, resolve, pass into readline the question, return new promise, resolve, readline question, the question, answer, resolve, answer. So do we need a resolve function? Resolve answer, maybe this needs to be where he. So, I mean, I guess if we try to resolve the answer in here, all right, so that doesn't work as far as we wanted it to. So no, just use like this. All right, this is kind of what I tried to do, but I had the same result as I just had. this is multiple, well, we'll say nested read line. Okay, so save this. Hello world, enter the first number, enter the second number. Sum is 3. Okay. So that obviously works. But when we get the recursion, it kind of screws it up. Do we need to break? Okay, we have it breaking, so it's kind of weird. All right, so display object game, so that's why it does that. Let's stop doing that. Do we have... Okay, let's try this. Okay, so we set the bet 50. Game set bet. So it doesn't accept our response. So what's different? So we have function game. So we do question. And then so if it's 1, then we close. If it's something else, switch. So we type in 5. It asks the question. So why does it after this game set bet? Please enter the bet. Okay, so we'll log this, and then maybe we need to call this again. To start the loop over. Let's see. So set bet, enter the bet 50, and turn 50. Now let's display the game object. The bet is 50. All right, we did it. Now we need to figure out how to resolve the bet. So resolve bet. Resolve dice, set shooter, sum dice. So we have the set bet, the get bet function, resolve bet. Okay, we need to know the current shooter. We need to know the game result or dice result, and we need to know the bet. Okay, and so for that to happen, let's pass in the info. And do we even have are we storing the result anywhere? Okay, current dice result. Once we resolve the bet, we need to clear everything basically, and then only if the dice is resolved a loss, because the winner will stay. So if okay, so we'll deal with that later. So resolve the dice. We return lose or win. Okay, and so when we have the shooter, so console, we have resolve bet. Resolve bet. Really, we just like at this point we're kind of just passing the game object in to the functions. We should be able to get everything we need from that. So resolve bet. So what is it? Game. Okay, so we take the player's banks with the set bet function. Let's take a note. We need to make sure that it doesn't let you set the bet higher than you money you have. So where's set bet? That's up at the top. For whatever reason, we put that in there. Set bet. This bet equals amount. So if okay, so we need put a to do need to add a check to make sure player has enough in the bank. If not enough, try a different bet. Also, perhaps update to display bank for the shooter when making the bet. All right. It should be pretty easy actually. Inside of set, what is it? Set bet. Set bet. We have the game. Resolve dice function bet game dot set bet bet. So we should be able to do game.current shooter and the bet. Save that and then upside, let's set bet. Then we can say current shooter, and then we say, okay, if game.playersBank's current shooter is less than or greater than or equal to the bet, then we can do this. Or else, we don't even need to put in the else because it won't get here. Return console.log not enough in bank. Let's do a template string, not enough in bank. Current bank balance. Please bet less. Please enter another bet. Please enter a bet you can cover. Alright, so that should work. Let's save that. Let's exit. Okay, so set bet, enter bet 50. Not enough in bank. Please enter a bet you can cover. Undefined. Current shooter. Oh, right. Current shooter is undefined. Okay. So enter in a set shooter. Player 2 goes first, then set bet. Current bet 50. Display. Bet is 50. That shouldn't have worked. Set bet. Let's have my logic. Game players bank. Oh, shoot. minus 1 player bank balance. Okay. Exit. Now what do we do? We want to rerun the program, set the shooter, player 2 is the shooter, set the bet, enter a bet of 50, balance 20. So 20 is greater than the bet. If game player's current shooter is greater than or equal to the bet, turn this bet bet is undefined. This needs to be amount. Okay, this bet equals amount. Turn this bet. Okay, so exit. Let's see. Set shooter. Set bet. Enter bet 30. Current bank balance is 20. Not enough in bank. Please set a bet you can cover. 7. Display game. Bet is 0. Point is undefined. Current shooter is player 1. So let's do set a bet. Enter a bet is 10. That should do it. Player's bank balance is 20. The bet is 10, so we should see a bet of 10. All right, that's working. We don't need the player's bank balance right here. All right. Resolve the bet. Resolve bet. Okay. Okay, so if it's a current shooter, we need to win current dice result and current game result. Okay. So this is current game result. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to say if so if current game result equals win, then So in this case, we want to subtract money from loser bank and then subtract money from loser bank and then add money to winner bank. And else we want to so current shooter, and then otherwise we want to subtract money from current shooter bank and then add money to winner. Okay, so how do we, I think this might be, maybe we can do like a ternary operator is only that takes 3 operands, a condition followed by a question mark, then expression x if it's true. Finally expression to execute if it's false. This could work certainly. So is member, and then if it's true, it's false. Okay, so is it a win? Do this, and if it's, so let's try that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we take, let's go back to our JavaScript. That's kind of our pseudocode, but what we're gonna do is when I see game.current game result, and then we want to function can we do that? So let's say, hey sweetheart. I was working on my JavaScript stuff. I'm just recording it. It's okay. No problem, I'll be done in a minute. Okay, love you. Alright, so functions in the ternary function. Okay. So we can't, can we use an anonymous function in ternary operator? I want to rewrite the if switch in another term. Okay, so maybe we don't, maybe it's just gonna make it confusing. But we could rewrite it. Okay, let's try this. So we have current game result. Maybe I have the syntax wrong. Oh yeah, I do. I need a question mark. Maybe that's all it is. Okay. All right, so all right, maybe this is more difficult to read. So it should be yeah, I don't think this is the right use of it because this is not going to be true or false. It's going to be win or something like that. Okay, so not a good time for the ternary operator. No problem. So this will be easier anyway. So if the current game result is win, then we're going to subtract money from the loser bank. So we need to do the opposite of, so current shooter. So the current shooter. Opposite of the current shooter. How do we get opposite of Boolean? No, get opposite in JavaScript. If 1, give 0. If 0, give 1. see, this might work. Plus not that. So if it's 1, then we add let's see, b equals plus not b. So 1 plus not 1. No, that doesn't seem to work. B equals 1. That does work. Alright, I'm not sure how that works, but let's try it. So current shooter plus not current shooter. So we're gonna say let loser equal so we're gonna say we need to define loser as opposite of winner if winner equals current shooter. Okay. Then we say game dot players banks loser set game dot set player bank and current shooter. This will need to be set. This will be player. This will be player. Alright, so loser. And then we'll say game dot set player bank game. Game dot bet. And then Okay, with the players bank, the set bet, need to add a check, make sure players enough. And we also need to check that the other player has enough to cover the bet. Okay, so console.log. Player. Game dot players bank. Okay, so pretty much the exact same thing, but the winner is opposite. Set winner. So this shouldn't really be get player set player bank. This is really gonna be to do rename name as rename as rename as adjust player bank. That's really what it is. Okay, so this will be set players bank as the loser, and then set players bank the winner. That will do that. So I'm going to subtract money from current shooter. That would be negative. All right, so exit. All right, so set shooter. We need in order to test this, we need to Then we need to roll dice. Resolve dice. Lose now. So we need to set the bet 5. Set the bet is going to be 10. And then let's resolve the bet. Current shooter is not defined. Resolve bet D4. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so set the shooter, roll the dice. 7. Oh, nice. Let's set the bet for 10. Let's resolve the dice, should be a win. And then let's resolve the bet. Display. Red shooter. Resolve bet. Current games. Loser. Resolve bet. Resolve the bet. Okay, roll dice. Got an 11, so that should be a lose. Let's set the shooter. Let's set the bet 10. Let's resolve the dice. It's a win. Let's resolve the bet. Win is not defined. Screw. Okay, so set the shooter, roll the dice. Roll the dice. Okay, that should be good. Let's set the bet. Let's resolve the dice. Game result equals win. Let's resolve the bet. Player was true. So loser equals into console.log. So the game players banks set the player bank. Game players bank shooter. Okay, that's fine. We don't need the banks. Game current shooter. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, set the shooter, roll the dice. Need a win result. There we go. 5, set the bet. Resolve the dice. Okay, and now resolve the bet. Did the player win? That's weird. Did that screw it up? Exit. Maybe we do need to. Player return this. That's why. Okay, so let new balance equal and then return the new balance. Okay, we need to so game players banks player equals new equals this get player this player get player banks this player bank. Alright. Set shooter, roll dice, resolve dice, set bet, resolve bet. Undefined 10 and not a number. Plus equals amount. And I've been going for about an hour. Might be time to wrap this up. I'm gonna have to come back to this. I'm gonna try it one more time. I want to console log the loser. Loser is loser. And okay. Set shooter, roll dice. Okay. Resolve dice. Set bet. And resolve bet. Loser is 10, so there's a string in there somewhere. So the input of the bet is a string. So get the bet. When we get the bet, when we set the bet, it needs to be bet times 1. Convert a string to int JavaScript. number. Multiply a string by 1. Okay, maybe that's not true. So we might have to parse int, or we'll do number. Let's try number. Let's go over here, and then we can do node, and then we can do number 10. Perfect. Okay, dot exit. Get back over here, node. Okay. Number. Okay, to do, make sure that the bet is a number with number and return number. All right, exit. That should do. Oh, here, I'll stop the video.